Hi, this is John Isles and welcome to Geometer's Paradise. Today we're going to begin our review of Unit 2. Your job is to complete the document before I do and then use this video as support for what you should already know. Go back and look at some of your other documents perhaps. Pause the video before I do the problem and then resume the video to check to see if you got your answer correct. Let's begin by looking at angle classification. The first part of this is about classifying an angle by construction, and then later we're going to prove that the angles are less than or greater than 90 degrees. On your test you will have hints just like the ones given here on the side to kind of help you along, to remind you what it is you're supposed to do. So this first problem begins with an angle addition. So I come over here and I see that angle CAB is my large angle. So I will say angle CAB is equal to angle CAD plus angle DAB. Now we want to make an inequality statement. So think about this one. Whenever we're adding two numbers up, that means that this is greater than either of these. So our inequality statement is that angle CAB is greater than both CAD and DAB. CAD happens to be a right angle, so since it's special, that's the reason why we're going to include it in our statement. We need to say something about CAD, in particular that angle CAD is a right angle. This is because of the whole perpendicular line bit. And that means that since angle CAB is more than a right angle, angle CAB is obtuse. Okay, take a moment to do this next one. Use this as your inspiration. Alright, we start with the angle addition. We have CAD being the large outside angle, so we need to add the two smaller ones. Angle CAD equals angle CAB plus angle BAD. The inequality statement needs to include the angle we're interested in and the right angle, so that's CAB and CAD. CAD is greater than angle CAB. We need to identify what kind of angle CAD is. So angle CAD is a right angle because of the whole perpendicular line bit. Then since angle CAB is less than a right angle, it is acute. In this next section we have a protractor, and we have rays pointing to different measurements on the protractor. The way you do a problem like this is that you're going to, depending on what you're looking at, you're going to subtract the numbers that the rays are pointing to determine the angle measurements. So take a moment, like for example in this first one we have F pointing at 0 and CB pointing at 140. So angle FCB will have a measure. Okay. The next one looks at DCA. DCA is pointing to 80 and 140, so you want to subtract 140 minus 80 to get the measure of angle DCB. Except you were supposed to do DCA. Well, whatever. You get the picture. Take a moment and do these. Okay, angle FCB is equal to 140 degrees. Angle DCA is equal to 180 minus 80, which is 100, and that makes it an obtuse angle. Incidentally, this is obtuse. DCB is 140 minus 80, which is equal to 60 degrees. That makes it acute. ECD is 80 minus 30, which is 50. That makes it acute. And BCE is 140 minus 30, which is equal to 110 degrees, and that makes it obtuse. In this next two problems, we have BD and SO as bisectors of their respective angles. Remember that a bisector cuts the angle into two congruent angles. So think about that and then take a moment to identify the measures of the angles in these two problems. Okay, angle CBD is the congruent angle to angle DBA. DBA is 43, so CBD is 43. ABC contains both DBC and DBA, so it is 43 times 2, which is 86 degrees. Incidentally, if you're classifying these, they are both acute. Here, dog is 134, GOS is half of that measure, which is 67 degrees. SOD is the congruent angle to GOS, so it is also 67 degrees. And this concludes the Unit 2-1 review portion of the video.